CLU originated with an idea with three spiritual leaders from different denominations. My first contact was with Jerry Campbell. He had an idea that the seminaries should learn about other people's religions.
Now there is the awareness that we can really destroy the world if we continue in a sort of the posture of conflict. I just think the whole notion of bringing the religions together in a context of a kind of peaceful collaboration on problems we agree need to be solved for the good of all of us makes sense. I don't think there's another way to do it.
We met with Jihad Turk as the third part of the triangle. So we decided to study each other's scriptures, the Quran, the Hebrew Bible, and the Christian Bible. So we began to develop friendships and then began to decide that we were committed to create an idea where the clergy leaders in the 21st century will not have stereotypes about the other and unconscious hostility, but they would truly learn the roots of each religion, the traditions of complexity, and then work together in the community to do interfaith programs together. There would be a trust built up with each other.
And I'm aware that I'm a Christian because I was born in Northwest Texas. If I had been born in Saudi Arabia, well, I wouldn't be a Christian. And so the circumstances of one's birth doesn't make one's religion right or wrong. So somehow in being able to move forward in a world where we have all of these differences, we need first to be able to say, look, you're not wrong to hold your religion. So let's sit down and talk about how we can work together to solve a real problem.
The story was so exciting that Newsweek picked it up as one of the 10 top religious stories of the year, and the community was abuzz about it. They kept saying, well, we heard about that Claremont is developing this new thing, and it's exciting. David Lincoln, of course, contributed a wonderful $50 million to launch this project because he also believed in the golden mean, that not only religions but every part of society should imbibe from treating others the way you would like to be treated.
The short term of the golden rule is love works. I think love works in the behavioral, like gravity works in the physical. My interest in ethics stemmed from the Lincoln Electric Company that my father founded in 1895, and he and his brother ran the company for six decades or so, and instilled in the company a very strong and powerful ethical culture. And the company has become the leader in its industry, both top line, bottom line, and product development. So it occurred to me after thinking about this, well, that good ethics is good business. There is no penalty for being ethical, there's a reward.
The idea began to morph into a new vision, a new conceptual educational structure, and we decided to bring scholars from all over the United States to work on a 3-day intensive curriculum development schema. A new paradigm developed that was different than the original one, equally powerful, but from my point of view, it's important probably to integrate the vision, the initial vision of spirit, with the academic vision of implementation.
What Claremont Lincoln had to figure out was the missing ingredient in most American education. And we came up with a core set of skills, and in a nutshell, they are mindfulness, dialogue, collaboration, and change.
We have to always look at the complexity of the human being through mindfulness. If you just see the virtues in yourself and don't examine the darker spots within yourself, when you meet the darker spots outside, you tend to project onto others. They say, well, they're evil, they're dark, and not see it in yourself because you haven't dealt with it. It's there, and it's a complex within yourself. So I think mindfulness is so important to begin with the self, but to begin with the self and not to end with the self. So we have to move into dialogue. Once we're mindful and present and centered, we learn the skills of active listening, which promotes an enhanced dialogue and a greater depth of bringing out what you're really feeling on the deepest level because someone is really listening to you. Then collaboration. We have to learn to collaborate with those who are different from us and learn to march together, even if we have different philosophies, but our goals can evolve to be similar goals of enhancing the world. But that can only come about to get to know the other through collaboration. So all these things lead to change, to be a change agent. Start with just one step in your lifetime. If you just improve something a little bit, that's enough. The Hebrew tradition says it's not for you to complete the work, neither are you free to desist from beginning it.
It doesn't matter what your profession is. This curriculum makes you better at it.
Yeah.
Because it makes you better at relating to all the people around you. What part of that vision is so exciting? And it's just the outside possibility that we could learn to get along with one another and not fight. And I think almost everyone has that little desire somewhere in them to think the world could be that way.
Jerry and I are both over the hill, but we put in place an organization and a curriculum that can carry on.
That's correct.
It's nice to have the Claremont Lincoln University as a legacy, and I think it's heading to be of an outstanding legacy.